Do you know where your money is going? It's time to take a closer look. Welcome to an essential part of assessing your financial situation, listing all your debts. This might sound daunting, but don't fret. It's a crucial step towards gaining financial control and peace of mind. Let's start by understanding what debts are. Simply put, it's money you owe to others. These are typically categorized into credit card debt, student loans, mortgages, and other personal loans. Each of these debts comes with its own terms and conditions, interest rates, and due dates. Credit card debt, for instance, often carries high interest rates and can quickly snowball if not managed effectively. Student loans, on the other hand, may have lower interest rates, but can be a significant long-term financial commitment. Mortgages, too, are long-term debts, but they are secured by your property, making them a different beast altogether. Now let's talk about listing your debts. It's a straightforward process. You'll need to jot down the creditor's name, amount owed, interest rate, and due dates. A simple spreadsheet or even a good old-fashioned piece of paper can work wonders here. The goal is to have a clear, visible record of all your financial obligations. Once you have your list, it's time to prioritize. There are a couple of strategies you can use here. You might choose to focus on the debt with the highest interest rate first, as it's costing you the most. This is called the avalanche method. Alternatively, you might choose to pay off the smallest debt first to gain a quick win and build momentum. This is known as the snowball method. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. It depends on your personal financial situation, your goals, and what will keep you motivated to stick with your debt repayment plan. To sum up, listing all your debts provides a clear picture of your financial situation. It helps you understand where your money is going and how you can strategically manage and reduce your debts. Knowing all your debts is the first step towards financial control, so take that step now. Now that you've listed all your debts, it's time to determine your monthly income. Let's start with the most common income source, your salary. This is the fixed income you receive from your job each month. If you're paid on a bi-weekly basis, simply multiply your paycheck by 2. If you're paid weekly, multiply it by 4. Next, let's tackle freelance income. This can be a bit trickier, as it tends to fluctuate from month to month. A good rule of thumb is to calculate your average monthly income over the past 6 months. If you're new to freelancing, use the income from the past 3 months instead. Moving on to investments. This includes income derived from stocks, bonds, real estate, and other investment vehicles. These can be somewhat unpredictable, but you can still estimate your average monthly return based on previous months or years. Remember, it's better to underestimate than overestimate in this case. Lastly, we have other regular income. This could be anything from rental income, pensions, alimony, child support, or even a side hustle. Add up all these sources to get your total regular income. Now, let's address variable incomes. These are incomes that change from month to month, such as commissions, bonuses, and tips. To factor these into your monthly income, calculate an average based on the past 6 months. A few tips to help stabilize your income streams. First, diversify your income sources. Don't rely solely on your day job or freelance work. Consider passive income streams, such as investments or rental properties. Second, keep a buffer. This is a sum of money set aside to cover the months when your income might dip below average. Lastly, always be on the lookout for new income opportunities. In conclusion, calculating your monthly income involves a bit of work, but it's worth it. Add up all your income sources, account for variable incomes, and aim to stabilize and increase your income streams. Understanding your monthly income is crucial in balancing your financial equation. Every dollar counts. You've listed your debts, determined your income, now let's track where your money is going. Yes, it's time to scrutinize your expenses. So, why is tracking expenses so important, you might ask? Well, it's like setting out on an adventure without a map. You might have a rough idea of where you're headed, but without a detailed guide, you're likely to get lost, or worse, end up somewhere completely unintended. Similarly, without a clear understanding of where your money is going each month, you could find yourself in a financial bind. Now, let's dive into how to categorize your expenses. Essentially, all expenses fall into 2 broad categories: essential and non-essential. Essential expenses are those that you can't do without, like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, and healthcare. Non-essential expenses, on the other hand, are things you spend money on that aren't necessary for survival, such as dining out, entertainment, and luxury items. It's crucial to differentiate between these two categories because it helps you understand where your money is going and which areas you can potentially cut back on. So next time you make a purchase, ask yourself, is this essential or non-essential? Now, on to budgeting. A budget is a financial plan that helps you manage your income and expenses. By creating a budget, you can allocate funds for different categories, ensuring that you have enough for your essentials and savings, while also leaving some room for enjoyment. Remember, a budget isn't about depriving yourself, it's about spending wisely. Lastly, let's touch on reducing non-essential expenses. This doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love. Instead, think of it as finding smarter ways to enjoy the things you love. For example, instead of dining out every week, maybe you could cook at home more often, or look for deals and discounts when you do go out. Tracking your expenses will give you a clear picture of your financial habits. It's time to make your money work for you, not the other way around. You've done well. You've listed your debts, determined your income, and tracked your expenses. Now, what's the next step? You've made some significant strides today. You've started by acknowledging all your debts, no matter how daunting they may seem. You've understood who you owe, how much you owe, and when it's due. You've prioritized them, whether by interest rate or balance, and you've begun to understand the different types of debts you might have. Next, you've looked at your income. You've calculated your total monthly income from various sources, including your salary, freelance work, and investments. And you've learned how to account for variable incomes and how to maximize and stabilize your income streams. Finally, you've tracked your expenses. You've categorized them into essential and non-essential, learned how to differentiate between the two, and devised strategies for reducing non-essential expenses. Remember, understanding your financial situation is the first step towards financial freedom. So take control, be proactive, and make informed decisions about your money. Please feel free to contact us at sliger@lifeitsnevertoolate.com. Please visit our website at www.lifeitsnevertoolate.com. Please visit our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/@2rvgypsies.